Hello, Aviston Eagles. Mr. Gebke here. This time I am here to talk to you and read to you for our read along number 4, Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues. Okay. Chose this one because it's about 9:30 on Sunday night and it's about time to go to sleep. So I figured I'd do this Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues story, alright? So, without further ado, read along number 4 here, and let's check out Pete the Cat. I promise next week I'll get something else in terms of something to read to you, but right now I'm just really feeling the Pete the Cat. As you can see, I got my little cat ears here with my little headgear, and we're just gonna go Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues, and then we will be hitting the sack 'cause I am worn out. So. Alright, here we go. Pete and the gang had a great day. They'd been at the beach, surf, and sun, and tons of fun. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. Pete had an idea. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Groovy, said Pete. Pete's place, let's go! And they all jumped on the motorcycle and headed out. See that? Hope they drove slow and were very safe. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. The gang decided it was time to say goodnight. On went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete was just about to catch some Z's when clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Time to sleep. Pete tried again to catch some Z's when rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Gus the Platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. There you can see Gus's drum set. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Time to sleep. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard munch, munch, munch. Pete had a hunch it was Alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do? All the clapping, rat-tat-tat-tatting, and munching was giving him the bedtime blues. Pete had a groovy idea. He got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-tat-tatting, and no more munching. They all settled down. No one made a sound. Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night. Sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing fun and tons of fun. The end. Alright, kiddos. Well, there was read along number 4. Again, next week I'll try to get some different collections of books to read from other than Pete the Cat. But for now, I will talk to you all later and hope you have a wonderful Monday and a great week. So, take care.